Andrew Niccol's 1997 science fiction film Gattaca explores the experience of Vincent Anton Freeman, a social invalid, who lives in a society obsessed with genetic perfection and eugenics. While the idea of a perfect society is desirable for a utopian world, the use of genetic manipulation to achieve this poses many ethical questions and brings about issues like social division and discrimination and the effects these have on members of society. This raises the question, why should a world of human perfection be avoided? In the film Gattaca, the three consequent themes that become apparent when the text deals with the issue of human perfection are social division, discrimination, and ethics. In Niccol's film, social division is a result of creating a genetically perfect society. Vincent experiences this split throughout his lifetime solely based on the fact that he was conceived naturally and his fetus was not genetically engineered. The implications of having a set of faulty genes containing multiple inherited diseases dictates how Vincent is treated for the rest of his adult life. The scene at the beginning of the film where Vincent is working as one of the Gattaca janitors specifically outlines the social division and discrimination that is a result of perfecting the society. He works with other genetically invalid people that hold undesirable hereditary traits. Niccol conveys the impacts of social division when the janitors are being transported to their jobs. He uses a medium close-up of the back of Vincent's bowed head to achieve the sense of sadness, which is further conveyed through the use of desolate music. Vincent is then deserted by his colleagues, reinforcing the idea of his loneliness in a society obsessed with genetic perfection. This scene also suggests the discontentment associated with being an invalid in the social hierarchy of Gattaca, as well as the longing that Vincent feels for personal success and a society of equal opportunity. This small snippet of the text suggests that if human perfection is to become a possible future of our world, issues like social division and inequality would have a significant impact. In Gattaca, discrimination is another key theme that is explored. Within a society obsessed by eugenics, genetic prejudice is seen across all aspects of this dystopian world. When going for a job interview, when being personally identified, or even when choosing a husband or wife. Vincent Freeman experiences all these kinds of genetic bias throughout the film and specifically states, "We now have discrimination down to a science." This notion is specifically echoed when Vincent goes for a job interview. He is seen as a normal, young, able-bodied man who is trying to hide the unforgiving truth about his genetic makeup. Vincent's narration of the scene conveys to the audience the harsh reality of his seemingly perfect society. The quote, "It didn't matter how much I lied in my resume real resume was in my cells," highlights the truth that invalid members of Gattaca face living with this type of dystopia every single day. When Vincent enters the interview room, he is greeted and then asked to provide a genetic testing sample. Niccol uses a close-up shot of a urine testing cup, alluding to the fact that Vincent will not receive the job based on his genetic impurity. This, along with other instances of discrimination, leads Vincent to the point where he decides to transform himself into a valid member of the Gattaca society. Through impersonating a disabled man who has been genetically engineered to perfection, Vincent is able to free himself of the evil prejudice in his oh-so-perfect world. In conclusion, Andrew Niccol's film Gattaca explores and gives reasons for why a world of human perfection should be avoided. The text highlights the impact that genetic purification has on invalid or non-genetically engineered citizens. If our world was to fall to the fate of eugenics, our morality and sense of equality would be seriously questioned. To avoid the issues of discrimination and division raised in Niccol's film, I think that it is absolutely crucial for humanity to avoid the path of genetic perfection when trying to create a just and ethical utopia.